Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into something absolutely crucial for small and medium-sized enterprises: remote connectivity. I mean, if your team works remotely or out in the field, secure access to your internal systems isn't just a nice-to-have, right? It's literally non-negotiable. But here's the thing. The trusted tools we've relied on for years might actually be holding you back now. So let's explore a modern, high-speed solution called WireGuard. So is your legacy VPN slowing you down? That's the question every IT manager needs to be asking right now. Look, OpenVPN has been the gold standard for remote access for a long time, and for good reason. But it relies on an architecture built 2 decades ago. We're talking back when we were still using flip phones and dial-up. And in our modern, mobile-first world, that foundation, it causes some serious friction. To get a handle on this, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the remote connectivity problem. Then meet WireGuard, dive into its key features and advantages, break down the real-world impact and cost, and finally, look at making the switch. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the remote connectivity problem, and dealing with legacy friction in a mobile world. So OpenVPN is mature. It's trusted for sure, but it carries a pretty noticeable performance overhead, especially when it's struggling with bandwidth-heavy tasks. Plus, setting it up involves a level of configuration complexity that, honestly, can be a huge barrier for smaller businesses that don't have dedicated networking experts on hand. But you know what the biggest headache is? Mobile devices. When your phone or laptop switches between Wi-Fi and cellular data, traditional VPNs just kind of freak out and drop the connection entirely, all while draining your battery in the background. Modern businesses really need a solution that's optimized for how we actually work today. Which brings us to Section 2. Meet WireGuard, the modern solution. WireGuard hit the scene back in 2018. It was designed from the ground up to be this lightweight, modern alternative to older VPN protocols like OpenVPN and IPsec. And the best part? It's released under the GPL license, meaning it's completely free and open source. The industry's response to this has just been phenomenal. In fact, WireGuard is now built directly into the Linux kernel itself. That is a massive, massive badge of honor for a relatively young protocol. It really reflects a deep integration with modern operating system infrastructure, not to mention a huge amount of industry trust. Okay, moving on to Section 3, key features and advantages. Let's see how this new architecture compares to the old standard, head-to-head. On one side of the ring, you've got OpenVPN. You're dealing with an elaborate setup process and a 2-decade-old architecture. On the other side, you have WireGuard. It uses a beautifully simple, streamlined configuration that just takes the headache right out of the setup. Plus, it utilizes strong, modern cryptography. It ensures robust security using current best practice encryption standards, which really takes those abstract benefits of a VPN upgrade and makes them incredibly tangible. Let's break those benefits down a bit further. WireGuard was intentionally designed with a dramatically smaller codebase than older VPN protocols. Now, why does that matter? Well, it doesn't just mean it operates with meaningfully faster connection speeds. It actually means it is significantly easier to audit for security, effectively shrinking the potential attack surface. Throw in its seamless roaming support and incredibly low battery and resource usage, and you've got a protocol that's practically tailor-made for mobile devices. To put that into perspective, imagine a field sales team. They are out there constantly switching between office Wi-Fi, home networks, and cellular data while visiting clients. With a legacy VPN, every single network switch is a dropped connection. It's so frustrating. But once they switch to WireGuard, that same team experiences noticeably fewer drops. Why? Because of that seamless roaming capability we talked about. The VPN just smoothly maintains the connection behind the scenes. And since it uses resources so efficiently, their mobile battery life actually gets better. It's a real win-win. Let's jump into Section 4, real-world impact and cost. Let's break down the actual dollars and cents for an SME. Zero. Yep, $0. That is your per-user licensing cost with a self-hosted WireGuard setup. Just like OpenVPN, you aren't paying a middleman for access. Your only ongoing expense is your own server infrastructure. Let's do a little math for a standard 15-person team. If you're relying on a commercial business VPN service, you're probably paying somewhere around $5 to $10 per user every single month. So for a team of 15, you're looking at about $105 a month, or over $1,200 a year. But with self-hosted WireGuard, your licensing is $0. And because its design is so incredibly lightweight, your infrastructure requirements are minimal. You are looking at keeping well over $1,000 a year right in your pocket. Oh, and if your organization is already running a pfSense firewall, The news is even better. WireGuard integrates natively right into pfSense. This means deploying it alongside or completely replacing OpenVPN is incredibly straightforward, and the marginal cost to add it, literally zero. It really is a remarkably clean deployment path. Now, to be completely objective, we do need to look at the limitations. While WireGuard has seen significant academic and industry scrutiny, it is a newer protocol. Its track record is naturally shorter than OpenVPN's massive 20 years of real-world testing. Also, even with its simpler configuration, self-hosting WireGuard still requires some genuine networking knowledge. So for highly security-conservative organizations, or maybe those with very specific legacy system compatibility needs, OpenVPN's long history might still make it the preferred choice. It's all about neutrally weighing these factors against your own enterprise needs. All right, finally, Section 5, Making the Switch. Let's look at the migration path. The good news is the migration strategy is highly actionable. Step 1, you generate new key pairs for each user and update their client configurations. Step 2, and this is a big one, run both protocols in parallel briefly. You can run your old VPN and WireGuard right alongside each other, especially through something like pfSense, to ensure absolute zero disruption. Step 3, test that mobile roaming behavior with a small pilot group of mobile-heavy users so they can validate it firsthand. Then, Step 4, once everything is running smoothly, you can finally retire OpenVPN. But hold on. There's a crucial step you must not overlook. You absolutely must establish a clear process for issuing and revoking WireGuard keys. When an employee leaves the company, you cannot leave them with lingering VPN access. Having this key revocation process properly documented is critical, not just for your immediate security, but for any future IT staff transitions down the road. The great thing here is how accessible deployment really is. The client software to connect to your WireGuard server is totally free and available across basically every major OS and mobile platform. And because of the minimal hardware requirements and pretty straightforward configuration, a typical SME can get a full migration wrapped up in just 2 to 3 weeks. So I want to leave you with this thought. If your remote team values speed, solid mobile connectivity, and efficiency, and you know you can achieve all that with zero per user licensing costs, what is keeping your network in the past? WireGuard really does represent the modern evolution of VPN technology, delivering exceptional value and confident long-term scalability. And that brings us to the end of our analysis on WireGuard. Next time in our Explainer series on free and open source software for SMEs, we'll be tackling Bitwarden and showing you how to secure your team's credentials using open source tools. Make sure to keep following along for more insights, and I'll see you in the next one.